$1 and put it all at the end. But...
Ultimate selfie would be, let's see, like in the belly of a well or something. Like, did you guys hear about that guy that was in the belly of a well? He got spat out. This was like.
It's biblical, yeah.
I heard there was a counter not too long ago where this happened.
No way.
Anyways, dude, I think it'd be sick to just take a selfie in a well, like.
Dude, yeah, it would be.
I think the title of my autobiography is "Why Can't I Wear White After Labor Day?"
Yeah. I love it. That's actually pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh man. Authenticity, selflessness, and loves to kiss.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about that, and I couldn't think of a time where I got my siblings in trouble, which is crazy, or vice versa. But a time when my mom got me in trouble and my siblings in trouble was she told us that we could throw tomatoes at any of the cars that were speeding down our street. And so the first car we saw that was going down our street speeding, we had our tomatoes ready and we started chucking them at this car. And the next thing you know, the guy shows up on our doorstep and he's like, your kids were out throwing these tomatoes at my car. And so my mom was like very apologetic. But then she was like trying to hide the humor and all that. But she's like, guys, like, I didn't mean that seriously. Like, you weren't actually supposed to throw the tomatoes at their car. But I breathe heavy when I'm awake. Like I kind of have I breathe heavy through my nose, like kind of like a whistle. Yeah, I breathe heavy through my nose, like when I'm just like not doing anything, just like breathing heavy, you know. So it's kind of a weird quirk of mine.
That's a funny one.
Oh, easy, Charlize Theron. We're talking about like a young Charlize Theron,
Nice.
like a like Italian Job Charlize Theron, you know, just like she's just so gorgeous. I think, you know. Yeah. So my mom, her family is from Lebanon. Her dad, my grandpa, grew up in Jaffa, in Palestine, and so they lived there for a long time, and then in her early teens, she lived in a lot of different various places. She lived in England for a time, lived in France, but then they eventually made their way over to Canada, where my dad's from, and so that's where, long story short, that's where they had met. Yeah, so I was thinking about that. I don't have So when I thought of family history, I was thinking more along the lines of temple work. There's an experience that I had pre-mission where my mom and we went to the temple to go do baptisms. We did the baptism ordinance for her mom, for my grandma, who had passed away a number of years prior to that. And we were there in the temple, and we had done the baptism, and one of the temple workers came up to my mom and was like, your mom was here today, and she was here to make sure that the work had been done. And she had been, from the time that we went to the office to get the card and everything, each step along the way, she just said, like, your mom has been here, and I just felt impressed that you should know that she's fully aware of what is going on today, and just how excited she was to have that work done for her. And I just thought that was such a special experience to have, because I was leaving my mission a couple days later, but that's an experience I'll never forget, is being able to kind of just, it taught me a lot of the importance of family work, and just how real that actually is beyond the veil.